Welcome back everyone. In today's session we are going to discuss some more basic Java program, and in today's topic we are having Heron's formula. As we all are very familiar with this formula because we have already done in the maths, so we are very much familiar, but how we going to be calculate the Heron's formula in Java? That is the biggest question. So now, as you know, if in any of the triangle, if all the sides are unequal, generally we using the Heron's formula, and by the help of this formula, we can easily find it out the result. But in Java programming, we need to be understand that how to frame this formula and how to be write in Java. This is the very important question. So before starting the program, we must understand the concept of Java expression, which we have already discussed in the your theory sessions, but here once again I am giving you a quick brief for that, where how we write this code. The one thing you should remember, if any two operands mean the variable, must have one operator. As you can see that S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. It doesn't have any kind of operators. So firstly we'll give S into, that is called asterisk in Java, S minus A. So now you can find the difference over here. There is no operator, now it's having a operator. So similarly in between S minus A and S minus B, we have to be give one more operator, that is asterisk or multiplication sign over here. The same sign will mention over here. But what about this sign? Square root. How are we going to be write in Java? We are simply going to draw the line in that? No. For that we are having java.math functions. As we know, we have discussed the math functions. So for this function, we have math.sqrt. This is the function which is used to find out the square root of the entire expression. So if you have any confusion, let's take one more example. Suppose we need to be write a square plus b square. We need to be find it out. So what we simply do, we simply convert one by one. For this square root has been replaced with the help of math.sqrt. Math is a class, that's why we writing M is capital over here. And sqrt is a method, so S should be in small case. Sqrt, and inside that we can give the variable. So a square, how are we going to write the a square? You have a two option. Either you can write a into a, or a asterisk a plus b into b, or b asterisk b, or you can choose math.pow. As you know, in the math.pow you can write math.pow base value first. So what is the base in that? This a is the base separated by the power. What is the power over here? 2. So these are the two simple techniques to write any Java expression. Now it's time to analyze how many inputs are required for that. So let's quickly start the program. As we know, the formula says A equals under root S, S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. So now you need to be understand what is A, B, C over here. A, comma, B, comma, C. All are the three sides of triangle. Three sides of a triangle. Any triangle. You can see over here, triangles, three sides. So A, B, C are the three major inputs over here. So generally we get little confused over here that we need to take the value of A, B, C and S also in the program. No. As you know, the S means A plus B plus C by 2. So you need to be calculate the S with the putting this operation in the program. So now the basic concept is you must analyze your inputs. So inputs are only three values, that is A, B and C. All A, B, C are the side of triangle. It might be vary if the question is written over there P, Q, R, S, T. So the variables might be changed. So all three variables are the sides. After getting the sides, what we need to do? We simply calculated the area? No. What we have to do? We have to find out the semi parameter, that is your S over here. So this S, How are you going to find out that this is? Again, you need to be write the Java expression for this. How we'll write? A plus B plus C. As you know, in the Java, we write divide with this sign and then we put after that the value. So these are the two simple technique by which you can simplify your formula into the Java expression, then you need to be put in the program. So now the concept is clear that we need to take three inputs. All three inputs are the side of the triangular. We can simply ask to user give a message with the help. We can input the three sides. After getting the three sides, quickly calculate the semi-parameter, because if you want to calculate the area, you must know exactly the value of semi-parameter. So let's start the program. As we know, we are taking input from the user, so we'll write the program from import. So we'll write import java dot util dot asterisk semicolon. As I've already discussed so many times, this is an input message where we are taking the scanner class package over here, in which the very common question over here, in which the scanner class package reside, the package name is util. So class name is, you can take any of the name, I'm taking Heron over here, curly bracket, design the main method, which is public static void main. After that, we'll pass the argument as a string inside. Always remember the string S is capital. I'm emphasizing so much on that because the students are generally doing this mistake. And this is the array bracket. After that, we open the scope of the method and then we design the scanner class object. Scanner SC equals new. As you know, new is a keyword which allocate a memory to this SC variable. Alright, so this is a keyword, new scanner. Inside we write system dot in. Now it's time to give a message that how many inputs are required, which we have already sorted out that 3 inputs we need to be required. We simply give a message for that. System dot out dot print ln enter the first side of a triangle Now it's time to store the side of triangle. It can be vary, it can be in double, it can be in integer. So better we go with double, safer side. Sometimes they can be asked 2.5, 3.6. So we simply write double A equals SC dot. Which method we are going to be implement? Whenever we take input in integer, we take next int, and when we taking up value in double, we'll call which method? We call next double, where double D is capital, similar like integer int I is capital. So now first side has been stored. Give a message to enter the second side value. System dot out dot println. How many sides the triangle have? 3. So we need to be asked 3 times. The second side of a triangle don't forget to terminate the statement with the help of semicolon. They are known as punctuator and separators. So now it's time to store the second value in the variable, that is B. Once again it is also a double, so we call next double method, where double D is capital. repeat the entire process for finding out the third value. Println and give a last message. Enter the third side of a triangle. You can also give a common message to inputting all the sides of a triangle together and stored in different variable. It can't be happen that all values should be stored in same variable. You'll take once again a different values. So now in last I'm taking the C, last sides in the C with the help of same variable, that is sc dot next double. I believe till here all the concept is clear. What we have done, simply we started the program with the import message where we implementing a package over here. Which package? The util package. Followed by the class. Class is a keyword, that's why it is written in a small case. Herons is a class name, that's why it is started with a capital H. Now opening bracket of a method, which we are opening method of bracket of a class, which we are going to close at the end of the program. Followed by the main method, public static void main, and opening method bracket. Then we create the scanner class object over here with the help of object creation, class name, object name equals new class name. So the class is scanner, sc equals new scanner. As we connecting the keyboards from the system, that's why we writing system.in class over here. If you are displaying any kind of output, we are using the system.out class over here. So system.out.println method, because after printing the line should be changed so that neatly all the data are coming in order. So we'll ask for the first slide, we are going to store in double. Now for the second side, which we are storing in C, B, and in the third side we are storing in C. Now this input of the method has been done over here. It's time to express the code and design the Java expression over here. So now the first thing we need to be calculated over here, what? Area or semi-parameter? That is your semi-parameter. So we go with a double S. What was the formula? A plus B plus C. So how we going to write? A plus B plus C and divided by 2. You can also write 2.0 over here because you are getting a double value which is going to be stored in double. It's time to write the Java expression to store the area. We'll write double area as a fresh variable. Here we are converting that Heron's formula into the Java expression. So we start with the math.sqrt. Always remember, math is a class which mostly returns a double kind of value. So that's why we storing the data in double. And inside it, we write the method or the code s into s minus a into or a asterisk s minus b asterisk s minus c. Now, one thing you should remember, the opening of round bracket and closing of round bracket should be equal. Like the opening bracket is here and the closing of round bracket over here is the same. If any of the bracket is missing, then once again you will get the syntax error, and which we will find at the time of compilation of a program. Once you have completed the program, you need to be compiled over the systems, and if any kind of syntax error is there, your program is not going to be compiled. Alright, so by the help of both the expression, you can simply calculate it, the semi-parameter and the area. Now it's time to display the result. System dot out dot print ln. So generally in some of the program they ask you to display all the details, like you need to be display all the sides and semi-parameter, area, everything, and some of the program does not ask for the to display the inputs. They simply ask for the desired outputs. So we are printing those values over here. Semi-parameter of a triangle equal to. Now, this is an important phase where we are concatenating the variable which is holding the value. So, in which we are holding the semi-parameter value? We are holding the semi-parameter value in S. So, whenever we concatenate any variable, we use this plus sign, alright. So, don't forget, and then mention the variable just after that. So, by the help of this statement, we simply printed semi-perimeter of a triangle, and whatever the value has been calculated by the program, it will be mentioned over there. Now, in the last, we need to display the area. So, we will write system.out.println area of a triangle equals. Now, again, you need to be concatenate the variable. The area is storing in area. So, we need to be write the complete name. If the name is wrong, in place suppose you have taken area and you have added only plus a over here. Suppose I have just given over here equal to and we concatenating plus a. That's it. So, this is the error because there is no such value. It will simply shows the first value of the side which we have been stored in that a. So, always remember and be careful while concatenating the variables name should not be changed. Suppose in place of this area, we have simply placed the other area symbol. Suppose I have written area. So, what do you think? It will give you the output? No, because the Java is a case sensitive language. Here you can find the area A is capital, but here the area A is small. So, again we will find that variable is not present in the list or variable not found. So, careful about writing during the programs. Always concatenate the given variables which are mentioned and which are storing your data. So, we always write area over here. So, at the last we simply close the method bracket first followed by the class bracket. So, this is the entire program which we have done. Just quickly recap over here. During that time I am just giving you some comments, how to write the comments in the program. Simply changing the pen, so you can also do it. If you are writing the entire program with the help of blue ink, so use black ink for the writing the comments. If you are using black ink, use the blue ink. Only blue and black pen is allowed in the board examination. You can't use any kind of colorful pens over there. So be careful in this part. So package is used to input data. Now, class name is Heron followed by the main method. This is the scanner class object. After writing the scanner class object, to store side of triangle, you can repeat this command in all three, like A, then B, then C. It simply enhances the number of comments in your program because all are storing the same thing and it is having only the same kind of value, because we all know the triangle have three sides. So, all three variables are using to storing the side of triangle. Next, to calculate semi-perimeter, Why we saying semi-perimeter? Although it is not a computer concept, still I am asking because it is divided by 2. What is perimeter? The sum of all sides is called perimeters. Because we are using divide by 2, that is why it is calling semi-perimeter. Okay? And in this, which method we are using? To find it out the square root, we are using math.sqrt function over here. So you can write down this code over here. Display or print. You can choose any of the word over here. Display the what? Semi-perimeter. And at last, display area. So you can easily write down 8 comments in your program. I don't think so anybody is facing any kind of difficulty to writing down the comment. To close method, and here to close class. Now that is the entire program. So now at the last, what we generally do, we designing a VDT. So without any further delay, let's design the VDT. Variable data type, and the last description or the purpose you can mention over here. So how many variables we have been used? We have used variable A, variable B, variable C. Any other variable? Yes. We have been used S and the one more variable to store the area of a triangle, that is area. So double data type, here it's also a double data type. Now the double data type, in S also we have been used double data type. All the data types are double. Always remember, although you are writing the same thing time and again, don't write like you just putting this code over there. Whenever the examiner find these kind of carelessness in your program, it simply deduct your marks. So don't be lazy to writing down that code. So A is stored to side of triangle. Similarly, B is also used to store side of triangle. C also doing the same task. And now S is used to store semi-perimeter. Semi-perimeter of whom? Semi-perimeter of a triangle. And the last, the area to store area of a triangle. So these are the concepts by the help of which you can easily design some basic Java program where we are not using any kind of conditional statement or the looping statement. What is the initial thing about to do to writing any kind of Java program? That is the most important, the very first step. You must understood the concept thoroughly, and the second important part to how many inputs are required. This is one of the important thing, because in Java we are having the step marking. If you are easily identify the input, you can easily take it from the user. So if you do the half of the code has been done, you can easily get the good marks. At the end, you must understand how to write the Java expression, because each formula has to be written in a different manner in the programming. If you're not able to write a correct Java expression, you'll not get the correct result. So keeping this thought in your mind, and always remember which rules you have been putting in the program, what are the rules, the way you are doing, it should be clear. If it is not clear, at the end you will not get the desired results. And might be sometime you are getting the concept fine over there, but at the end there are so many difficulties to finding out the making the easiest program. So concept can be vary from person to person. If I am taking ABC as a variable over here, you can change that variable if it is not mentioned in the question paper. Because in class 9th and 10th, you are free to choose your variable. But don't choose so much lengthy variable like a side 1, side 2, side 3. So these kind of things make your program little complex and it take too much time to writing. So always go with a short variable's name, but they should be meaningful. And be very careful to choosing your program name. At the end of the session, I'll give you one program. As a practice program, you can easily do it. Or rather, I can say few Java expression, you can simply change it out. We can know that we are very much familiar with the few basic program where we are calculating the volume. So you can write L into B into H. These are one of the common program you can use. You can easily find it out the variables. How many variables are required? These are 3. LBH, that is length, breadth and height, and at the end you need to be calculate the volume. So this is the first homework program where you need to be take 3 values from the user and find it out the volume of that figure. Now the second program you can practice. This is quite little difficult, but I'll giving you to finding out the compound interest. So compound interest, you must be aware about the compound interest. As we have already done the simple interest program, now it's your moral responsibility, do for it the compound interest. So I'll give you the formula. As you know, we have been studied that P1 plus R upon 100 raised to the power T. So as you know, A is the amount, P is the principal, R is the rate of interest and T is the time. That will give you only the amount. But you don't need to be create amount. You need to be find it out simple compound interest. Now the formula for finding out the compound interest is A minus P. So this is look little lengthy, but this is not a lengthy one program where you need to be calculate the compound interest. So before writing down this code in your program, you must understand the Java expression. So how are you going to be change that entire code in the single line? If I'll convert it, Ci equals P minus, that is complete P, that is the value of A, place it over here, P 1 plus R upon 100 raised to the power T minus P. So this is the entire formula to calculating compound interest. You can simply convert this formula into the Java expression and make it the program for that. So how many variables are required? This is a program number 2, don't forget. One is the easy one, second was quite little tricky, but I can't say that it is impossible. You can do it. Try for that. Like where we have taken how many variables? 1, 2, 3. Only 3 variables we required. Don't take it 100 as a variable. Okay, 100 is a constant, so we can't take it as a variable. So 3 variables are required as we required in the simple interest, P, R, T, and we are how and which math function we are using over here. We are using math.pow. These are input and method is math.pow to calculate the power. But only one thing you should be very careful in this program, the opening and the closing of method bracket. Alright, if you're writing down this in the Java expression, you'll face that there are so many number of opening brackets are there. But at the end, if the brackets are mismatched, your content and your program will not compile. So be very careful. So at the end of the session, I'll say please try this program and I'll definitely say you can easily do it. So thank you for this session, and we'll continue the few more programs in the next session. Thank you everyone.